Suspicion of Universe 4 has begun to manifest itself onto the surface, as many have been wondering just what Katella is brewing in his bag of tricks in attempts of getting rid of BEERUS in Universe 7, and the question lingers as to where the 2 hidden warriors are in the tournament, as only 4 remain, with 2 having to be revealed while the other 2 remain hidden in the shadows. Are these 2 mysterious warriors going to be a force to be reckoned with within the tournament and a duo to watch out for, or will these 2 unknown fighters from Universe 4 simply prove to be ineffective against Goku and company? And again, if you guys are new to this channel, be sure to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you guys can be notified whenever a Dragon Ball video is posted onto this channel, in conjunction to news, information, updates, and spoilers. Hashtag notification squad to be up to date with all the latest in Dragon Ball. As I do want to go on ahead and welcome everyone in the Discord chat to this discussion, as we are going to be talking about Universe 4, and if in fact this particular universe is going to have any sort of significant effect as to what's going to happen towards the end of the Tournament of Power, considering the fact that both BEERUS and Katella have a massive history predating back perhaps millions of years. The question lingers, is Katella going to be effective enough in this tournament to do something to BEERUS in order to throw him off guard? As for me personally, I don't really think that Universe number 4 is going to have any significant impact in which is going to throw Universe 7 off balance. I do believe that with Limit Breaker Goku, Golden Frieza, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, Android 17, fighters of that caliber, I don't think that Katella can match them in terms of feats. However, it was stated prior even by Whis that the following fighters that remain hidden could strike at a pivotal moment. So I want to go on ahead and get Daz's opinion. As Daz, I want to go on ahead and welcome you back onto the channel, and I want to get your opinion on Universe number 4, and if in fact you stand by the idea that perhaps maybe Katella is brewing something very sinister in order to catch BEERUS and company off balance, and pretty much looking for a proper moment to strike. So what I wanted to ask you is, number 1, how effective do you believe Universe 4 is going to be going forward in this tournament? Do you think that they're going to have any sort of effect on Goku? Do you believe that these 2 fighters are going to be significant in terms of nature, or do you simply believe that these 2 characters are going to be fodder? Because we understand that one of them is Daemon. I forgot the other one's name, but they are supposed to be Universe 4's very special skilled fighters, and to me we haven't seen them up until this very point, and perhaps we may not actually get to see them in for quite a while now, until of course we have more play out with the tournament. But I wanted to get your thoughts on this, and just your overall thoughts on Universe 4 as a whole. Is it possible that they can win, or are they going to get foddered as the tournament continues?
Alright, well, my take on Universe 4 is that, seeing as how BEERUS and Katella obviously have beef with one another, because they're essentially Tom and Jerry in Dragon Ball, since you know, Katella is a rat or a mouse and BEERUS is a cat, obviously. So Katella, in reference to his fighters, I guess they're invisible, I guess, or just hiding off somewhere. But in reference to those 2, I feel like, based on the screens that you sent in general chat on Discord, where it says something about a pivotal point, like they're waiting to strike at a pivotal point. Yeah. I feel as if this pivotal point is in reference to the terrible thing that's going to happen in the 1 hour special or after. Because think about it. If BEERUS and Katella have a connection to where it's a cat and mouse, where they're always playing games with each other or bothering one another, it makes sense for Katella's universe, where he's the mouse messing with the cat, that his 2 fighters are going to cause some, you know, big terrible thing to happen, or something detrimental to Universe 7 to happen, whether it's, you know, helping another team, striking somebody from the back, or whatever it is. It's obviously going to be a form of, you know, I'm the mouse, you're the cat, and it's my time to strike back. So that's how I see it. But
going into that fight with Jiren and Goku, like, how would you figure that these 2 hidden fighters are going to have any sort of effect?
See, in reference to those 2, with Goku and Jiren fighting, I don't see it being wise for them to introduce these 2 then, because it's like, who in their right mind, other than Goku obviously, since he's not in his right mind, would oppose Jiren or Goku when they're at their maxes like that? I feel like these characters, whoever they are, because is there a name for him yet, or we don't know who they are?
I mean, we know of Daemon, but we don't know about the other one. It's very weird.
Okay, well, Daemon and his little crony or goon, I feel like it'd make more sense for them to like appear before, like probably in 108 slightly, so just to give us more information on what's going on, like more insight on what's going on, since it was just referenced in episode 107. But to me, I just feel like it's in relation to that terrible thing that's gonna happen.
Like, would you say that Universe 4 is gonna have a huge impact going further into this tournament?
Yeah, Universe 4 is gonna be a universe that we have to just pay attention to as they're scheming something apparently. So,
but can you see them being erased, or do you really see them going towards like the finals?
Because
right now, everyone is pointing the finger at Universe 6, 7, and 11 because they have the strongest fighters. Nobody, I've yet to see anybody talk about Universe 4 in possibly being the ones to even outsmart everyone else and possibly winning, because right now they're down to 4 people technically, even though we see 2. 17 minutes have passed and nobody was able to spot the other 2 fighters. So
yeah, and I think that's a good thing from a writing standpoint. It's like back to the Tom and Jerry reference. You remember how Jerry, which is the little mouse, he's always slick and sly with his plans, his devious plans when he wants to mess with Tom, right? So I feel like since they aren't being referenced as much, I feel like that's because Kitella is actually being successful in the sense that he's setting up for something big and pivotal on the low, like low key. He's gonna do something to Beerus just to tick him off or mess with him, since they have that beef as cat and mouse. So yeah.
For me, I just feel like the way Whis was talking about them and saying that they do possess unique abilities and they can strike at any moment, we understand that. I think that they're bugs, but it's kind of hard to even imagine them being anywhere remotely stronger or as strong as Goku, Topo, Hit, and parties like that. So my final question to you is, do you see these characters being equal to or stronger than people like Goku, Vegeta, or do you see them being inferior characters like everyone else?
Well, in terms of power, I wouldn't really say so, since Goku and Vegeta are being trained by angels, obviously. But when it comes to their abilities and their skill set, I feel like they're going to be at least troublesome, because what's the point of having these 2 characters, saving them up for a pivotal point, and having them be fodder? It wouldn't be good from a marketing standpoint. So to market this good, have them have an ability that troubles everyone, or mainly Universe 7 if Kitella is aiming to backstab, or not backstab, but mess with Universe 7 in a way.
Okay. But by the end of it, you're saying that, in your opinion, you believe that they're going to be the ones responsible for this terrible thing happening, which that'd be kind of crazy.
It's one possibility, because we still don't have any information on this terrible thing. So
yeah. Okay. I wanted to get Danny's thoughts. Danny, if you're in here, I wanted to get your thoughts on Universe number 4, and I wanted to get your thoughts on if you believe that Universe 4, as Daz said, Danny, that they may in fact actually play a huge role in causing this terrible thing to happen. And just looking at the other invisible fighters that we don't know about, it's just really weird how Krillin and Ten Shinhan were saying that they feel their presence but they can't see them. So Danny, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on Universe 4? Do you see them advancing in the tournament? And if you do, how far do you see them lasting? And are they going to be the ones responsible for potentially causing this terrible thing to happen involving Universe number 4, 7, 11, 2, 3, and 6, in your opinion?
Well, okay, so thanks for having me, first of all, and if I disappear, my laptop's been acting up, so there you go. Cool. I think Universe 4 is just fodder, to be completely honest. The strongest fighter, at least we know of, wasn't it confirmed that it was Ganos, or the bird dude, or whatever?
Well, I mean, for now, but in reference to the other 2 that we can't see, it's like, that's kind of like weird, because like, I think it's like 17 minutes that passed, and nobody's able to see them. So like, what's your take on that?
Honestly, granted, I'm probably wrong. They probably are there, but for the longest time I thought they just brought 8 people, which they probably haven't. There are probably 2 invisible people running around, but if they are there, I don't think they're going to be too much trouble once they get into the fray with somebody like Goku or Vegeta or anybody, Jiren, Hit. I don't think they're going to be much to them.
So you don't think that they're going to be the ones responsible, like Daz said, for this terrible thing happening? I mean, because in conjunction to that, there have been other characters that we haven't seen before. For example, the Namekians, they haven't been seen in this tournament yet either. So it's almost as if like they are keeping certain characters hidden. But in reference to those 2 and that specific universe, do you see them going far and really causing problems for Universe 7 due to what Daz said about how there's like this relationship between BEERUS and Kitella, how they always had beef and they always hated each other? Do you see Universe 4, in your opinion, being the ones to give Universe 7 huge problems? Or just like Universe number 9 and 10, do you see them getting erased at some given point because of the ring outs that they get from their fighters being tossed out by stronger opponents?
I don't think they're going to be a threat at all. Honestly.
It's like nothing.
Nothing. They may do some little gimmicky things that'll maybe mess with them a little bit, but it's not going to be anything major.
Okay. Alright, so I want to go to Epic Style Gamer, if you can hear me, bro. I wanted to get your thoughts on Universe 4, just like in conjunction to what we just talked about. Do you believe that the Universe 4 is going to be that threat to Universe 7? Even though it seems highly unlikely, because look at Goku, the way he's going to fight Jiren. Look at everything that's happening now. It's kind of hard to even say, oh yeah, they have a chance. But in your opinion, do you believe that they do have a chance? Or do you believe that Universe 4 is just going to be another universe to just get erased afterwards because they don't have significant fighters to our knowledge that are as strong as Goku or beyond? So looking at that, what are your thoughts on the two fighters, and what are your thoughts on Universe 4 as a whole?
Well, my thoughts on this is that it's like the previous people were saying with Daz, if Katella and BEERUS have like some sort of beef with each other, and I think that the two small warriors from Universe 4, I believe they're gonna do something to Goku, because Goku is that one that's known to be off guard a lot.
Right.
So I feel that they're gonna attack Goku and they're gonna do something to him. But then what I disagree with is that it's not gonna be the terrible thing that's gonna happen. It's gonna be something that they do to Goku, similar to how the Frieza thing, when he shot Goku through the chest and then went through his body. It's gonna be something like that. But then I don't think it's gonna be like too bad, like that bad, you know. I think that Goku's gonna be able to shrug it off, but I think this is also leading up to what we said, like watch out for Universe 4 because they got something planned. And I believe that later on, as people start to you know, gradually like probably get stronger, or going up against some other characters where they realize the two people, I don't believe that they're going to end up being a threat later on. I think they're going to get knocked out pretty easily.
So you don't see Universe 4 being like that big of a deal going further into this, because in the latest manga chapter they talk about Katella a lot, and what's cool to know is the fact that their problems extend even as far as the manga and trying to go deeper into their lore. But in the anime so far, like Katella, it's almost as if he wants BEERUS to be gone first, so he's gonna do anything or going as far as he needs to go to see BEERUS get destroyed or erased. So, but you're saying that those fighters are gonna have an impact on Goku, but how? It's like, bro, after Goku breaks his limits, does anyone see any other fighter aside from Jiren and possibly even Hit standing a chance? Because it's kind of hard to fathom anybody doing anything to Goku and getting the upper hand on him. So for you to say that, like, why do you believe that they're going to target Goku and not someone else?
Well, the reason why I say that they'll target Goku is because most likely Goku's guard is like always down a lot, and as opposed to some people who we saw, their guard is like always up. And the reason why I think they might target Goku is because remember how you just said about the limit breaker form?
Yeah.
What if the form like has like a decrease in stamina? And what if Goku gets weakened after that, similar to the Kaioken, and then they find their way to attack him?
But wouldn't that be similar to just using the Kaioken then? It's like why would you use Kaioken, deplete your stamina, and then having another form that also depletes your stamina? Like wouldn't you say that this new limit breaker form would be something that causes your stamina to improve dramatically to where you don't have to rely on reserves? Because to me, I feel like these other warriors are possibly going to have an effect on other characters aside from Goku. Because I'm sorry, bro, I really can't see Goku taking any sort of L against any of these dudes, like any of the Universe 4 fighters. I can see maybe, you know, 18 or Piccolo or characters of that nature getting caught off guard with what the Universe 4 fighters are going to do. But to me, I just feel like they're not going to do anything to Goku. But do you see Universe 4 lasting to the end? Or just like Danny said, do you believe that they're just going to get annihilated and thus having them be ringed out at some given point in this tournament?
I think that they're going to get annihilated later. They're going to get annihilated.
So they're not going to be any sort of threat, right?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. I wanted to go to Nico. Nico, if you can hear me, you can unmute your mic. What I wanted to ask you is, and hopefully enough she's in here, if not, I'm going to go to Straight. So Straight, if you're here, make sure to unmute your mic and let me know your thoughts. But I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on universe number 4 in terms of its 2 fighters. Why do you think everyone's so worried on universe number 7 side? Like BEERUS is worried, you know, Kai is worried. Even Whis was like, you have to pay attention because these dudes look like they're going to be up to no good. So I wanted to ask you straight, what are your thoughts on universe 4? Do you believe that they're going to play a huge role going forward into this? And just looking at what Whis and BEERUS spoke about, do you believe that universe 4 is going to be significant enough to make it far? Or are they just going to get foddered, like Epic and Danny said, and not going far at all? So like what's your take on the 2 fighters, and what's your take on universe 4 as a whole?
Well, I think the 2 fighters are mostly worried about because no one knows really what they're capable of, and they can't be sensed. That's kind of a thing. So it's kind of obvious that the Kai and BEERUS will be scared or worried about them, since they don't know what they're capable of. And I don't think they're gonna pose a major threat to Universe 7. Maybe like a few issues here and there, but nothing serious.
But do you see them having any sort of effect on Goku? Because Epic believe that they're gonna catch Goku off guard because of him dropping his guard. I disagree. I feel like Goku, once he breaks his limits, bro, he's really gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I don't even think if he drops his guard that anyone's gonna be able to get to him like the way they used to before. But going further into this, do you see Universe 4 lasting to the end, or just like various other people in here said, do you see them just getting annihilated and just having to be cut short from advancing forward?
They're not gonna advance very far at all.
At all? No?
No, once they get found out, they're gonna get erased.
Okay. Nico, if you can unmute your mic, I wanted to ask you the same question. What are your thoughts on Universe number 4? What are your thoughts on the 2 fighters having to be showcased and just them having to be very well hidden? And it's not like it comes as a surprise, because people are just forgetting about the Namekians, they're forgetting about some of the Universe 3 fighters. A lot of people haven't been showcased thus far. I mean, they're being kept hidden for a little bit. So, Nico, if you can unmute your mic, let me know your thoughts on Universe number 4 and just your overall take on how you feel about them in terms of them advancing in the tournament, and if they're going to have any sort of significant impact that causes Universe 7 to be in trouble. So, like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that one of these 2 fighters is probably stronger than Jiren. I'm not gonna try to start anything right now, but like, they keep hinting it throughout the tournament, and even before that, there's someone stronger than a God of Destruction, right? And remember when Gohan, before he ever turned Super Saiyan 2, they always hinted how he had hidden strength even before the Frieza saga, right?
Right.
I just feel like they're doing something similar here, and they're going to divert all of our attention to Jiren, and then we're all going to get surprised, like maybe one of these 2 fighters is actually stronger.
So you think that maybe one of these 2 fighters might be stronger than Jiren, you think?
Yeah, I know it sounds kind of...
I don't know, it's wacky, because it's just like, for someone to even fathom that, because right now, like, they haven't done anything, like, they've been hidden, so it's more or less like, how is anyone supposed to suspect that if they haven't done anything? So, but in your opinion, you're saying that it might actually be one of the 2 that happens to be the mortal stronger than a Hakaishin.
Yeah, it makes a lot of more sense now.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying, because let's say you are right, and one of them ends up being the mortal stronger than a Hakaishin from Universe 4 out of all places. That's sort of like, because nobody would ever see that coming, and BEERUS would really be in trouble, because the question lingers after that, can Goku, you know, even be having the ability to withstand someone even stronger than, you know, a Hakaishin from that universe? But I wanted to jump to Scale, and I want to get your thoughts on Universe number 4. What are your thoughts on the 2 fighters having to be portrayed in Universe 4? What are your thoughts on BEERUS having to be worried? And essentially enough, do you believe that, just like many other people said before you, that they're going to get eliminated early? Or do you believe that it's possible that Universe number 4 can survive long enough to even possibly do heavy damage to Universe 7, being that even Whis pointed out that they have very unique abilities as fighters that they can strike at a pivotal moment. So what do you think this means, in your opinion, and how far do you see them going in the tournament?
Well, thanks for having me, Alex. Thank you very much. The warriors that we cannot see from Universe 2 are Daemon and Gamisaras, and they're both insectoid warriors. They're twins, actually. They're brothers. or maybe sisters. We do not yet know their gender, but we know that 17 and 18 they must be very good at working well together.
Right.
And I do not think that like many people have said, it has anything to do with their size. It's not their size that prevents people from seeing them. It's that much like Nigirishi from Universe 3, they have camouflage abilities. They can make themselves invisible. But I think that they take it a step further, and rather than just making their bodies invisible, they actually make their energy nearly undetectable, even to people like Jiren. Like, I don't think that even Jiren knows that they're there. I mean, unless that he can basically feel everything around it. But it's like, I'll be honest with you, Alex. Uh, I separate the universes in the Tournament of Power into three classes: the non-fodder, the semi-fodder, and the fodder, the complete fodder. The non-fodders are obviously
6, 7, 11, yeah.
and 11. Semi-fodder, up until this point, I only consider Universe 2 to be semi-fodder, because they're not non-fodder, but they're not complete fodder either. And 3, 4, 9, and 10 were basically the fodder ones. But isn't it weird that Whis was speaking so seriously? Because it's like, it's not usual for us to see Whis that serious, especially considering that Whis doesn't give a fuck about what happens to Universe 7, because his life is safe. He's not going to be erased no matter what. But I think this is just a ploy, because it's like, it doesn't matter how powerful Daemon and Gamisaras are. I mean, for all I care, they could be the strongest warriors from Universe 4. But it's like, they're not god level. They're really not god level. I think that Kitela's strategy is to just keep them there in the arena, camouflage, so that those two can last until the tournament ends. And Kitela is counting on them for Universe 4 to survive based on numbers. He will want them to outlast everyone else. It's not about overpowering, it's not about outspeeding, it's not about outmatching. Kitela, much like Jerry, is using his wits. And it's curious because his universe is called the Conspiracy Universe. And if you see the symbol of Universe 4, you see a snake glowing on the yellow symbol around a sword, very similar to a Caduceus staff, which are two snakes intertwined one towards another, forming a scepter. So it's like, this is a really good thing, because it's like, Kitela is a rat, but he's also a snake. Like, I would place him, since he is a god of destruction, I think that he would be even worse than Frieza and Frost when it comes to being a bad guy, because it's like, I don't think that he's evil, but he's very, very, very cheap. And he also seems to be very, very childish. Like, he makes Champa seems mature in comparison. Like,
I just really feel like, yo, he hates BEERUS so much. It's like whenever he thinks or looks at BEERUS, I think that through his point of view, anything would be great for him to gain the advantage over BEERUS in seeing him suffer, because obviously, yeah, you said it right. It's a cat and mouse kind of thing.
But it is it's way more than that. I feel like there has to have been, at some point in the past, they had to have had something very bad occur between them, because it's like, one of the things that called my attention was when Kitela said on episode 96, when he criticized BEERUS for cheering on his team and incentivizing teamwork. And it's like, Kitela scoffed at that notion. He's like, are you suggesting teamwork of everyone? BEERUS is talking like that. So I feel like BEERUS and Kitela used to be on better terms. Maybe they were best friends. We don't know, but it's like, maybe one cross the other for personal satisfaction or personal benefit. Maybe BEERUS did it, maybe Kitella did it, I don't know. If Kitella did it, it backfired on him. But it's like, there is something off about that. But ultimately, Alex, I think that Universe 4, if anything, if at max they are going to outlast Universes 2 and 3. Because it's like, I don't see them lasting any longer than that. Even though I think that they're going to be the fourth universe to be erased, because I can clearly see
So you see
universe.
them being erased.
I can clearly see Universe 3 going first, because Universe 3 has displayed nothing on this tournament. Like, not even Magikaio has shown anything that has called our attention. Whereas Universe 2 has shown substantial power, not godlike power, but has shown substantial power. And Universe 4 has that kind of secret air, that kind of mystery and mischievousness. So it's like, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're the third universe to get erased, because they could use those two hidden fighters to hype up Jiren even more and say like, well, guess what? No one else can see you, but I can sense you, and he just one-shots both of them out of the ring. Maybe they're the last ones left. Mona and Shansa might already be out, and then with Gamisaras and Daemon out, that's over for Universe 4. And I want to see, when Universe 4 is erased, I want to see a wide grin in BEERUS' face. I want to see him enjoying that.
But ultimately, you're saying that they're going to get erased. Because I believe the same thing. I don't see them lasting very long.
They're fodder. They're complete fodder to me, because they don't really bring anything to the table. I mean, the way that Ganos, Dirkori, Kawe, Shosa, Nink, and Majora were eliminated, that was pathetic.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, it's Roshi though. You got to give Roshi props though. But I agree with you.
But Roshi is not a hard hitter.
No, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, because looking at what you just said, because look at the people before you. Some people said that they're gonna have an impact on Universe 7. Some people thought that they weren't gonna do anything at all. And it's interesting how you believe that it could be possible to where even Jiren eliminates both of them just by feeling out their presence. Because so far, Ten Shinhan and Krillin were like, yo, like we can feel something faintly, but we can't see it. So it's like, it wouldn't surprise me if Jiren's the one that can feel out their presence and stuff. Because so far, it's like,
because they're insects.
He even saw Magikaio attack him.
Like,
he even felt Magikaio's presence, and nobody saw Magikaio coming after Jiren.
Yeah, even Dispo heard him.
Yeah, right, you're right. I wanted to get Fox's thoughts. Fox, if you can hear me, your quick thoughts on Universe 4, the two fighters having to be shown, and the reaction that BEERUS gave. Like, do you believe that, just like everyone else said, that Universe 4 is fodder, or do you think that Universe 4 is gonna have a relatively significant impact going further into this that maybe causes them to, you know, take some of Universe 7's fighters out just to gain the upper hand? So like what are your thoughts on that?
All right, well, thank you for having me on here, Alex. And honest, for Quintella, for those two Super Saiyan, those two tiny warriors that are hidden, I do believe that they're fodder in a sense, but they will cause some issues because they wouldn't hit them for no reason. And like you said with Goku's limit break, yeah, Goku can drop his guard, but if the whole entire fate of everything he knows in existence is on the line, why would he drop his guard? The limit break form, honestly, those two fighters would have nothing against him. But
so you're saying that you don't see Universe 4's fighters lasting very long in this, do you?
Yes. I do see them do some damage, but not a whole lot. I think after they they made their appearance, they're gonna be just tossed right after somebody gets on them.
I don't know. That's like, why even introduce them then? I don't know if you guys can see that, but like they're building up some of these characters just for them to get like slaughtered. I agree with you to an extent, because I don't see Universe 4 lasting very long. But
I don't mean like completely like after. I admit they're gonna do some damage. I don't think they're gonna get slaughtered, but I feel once they have made their presence known, there's going to be somebody that's like, okay, I have to go take care of them, and then they're gonna be engaged with them. I don't think they're going to get slaughtered off the face of the planet. I still think that somebody's going to have a tough time with them. Everybody's going to have a tough time with them. They're like little mini insects. Like with Buhan and Vegito, Buhan couldn't hit Vegito as a candy because he's freaking like so tiny.
Right.
Of course, they're going to be an issue.
I wanted to open up the floor to everyone in here right now, whether or not you guys believe that Universe 4 is going to last very long, or if you guys believe that they're gonna, just get foddered early. Quick thoughts from everyone in here. You guys can unmute your mics just to get everyone's initial thoughts on your final reaction, essentially, for Universe 4, and just your take on that.
Yo. My thoughts on Universe 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess they will last long, but not that long. That's what I'm guessing. Like, see what I'm trying to say? They're gonna last long due to the duo bugs, I guess. But they're not gonna last that long. Once BEERUS finds out that the two last members are gonna be small.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to add on to this before we head out?
There's only
I do have an interesting theory.
No, so I think someone will eliminate the duo bugs. It'll be either Jiren or Vegeta. That's my guess.
Okay.
There's only half an hour left. There's only half an hour left, Alex, and there are only 33 fighters left in the ring. I really can't see they lasting much longer, because it's like if their numbers are decreasing that fast, because it's like Universes 2 and 3 have 6 people left, Universe 4 has 4 left, Universes 6 and 7 have 7 left, and Universe 11 has 3 left. So all of the 6 teams that are still present, they're already feeling the effects of time, because the Tournament of Power is a marathon, it's not a race, and it is going to tire out most of the competitors. And as weird as it sounds, as fodder as Universe 3 is, their trump card might be their endurance, because it's like they're mechanical, they're biomechanical, they're artificial, they do not get tired.
I agree, so true. I agree, so true.
I like to see this as a foreshadowing to an elimination from Universe 7, because when you go back to when they were introduced, Universe 4, Universe 6, and Universe 2 had shadowy figures when they were introduced, and I believe that those shadowy figures lead to an elimination from Universe 7, like how Universe 2 eliminated TN with the sniper and the other guy who were shadows in their introduction. So by putting those pieces together, I feel like the Namekians will lead to Piccolo's elimination.
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for, because as I said from the early beginning of this video, there have been multiple characters that have been hidden that we haven't gotten to see yet, and we're going to be touching back on this very soon. But I wanted to thank you all for joining me, and it's very interesting to hear all of your thoughts, because every single one of you had something different to say. Some of y'all believe that they're going to attack Goku. Some of y'all believe that they're going to last long. Some of y'all thought that they were going to get destroyed quick. So that's what makes this so unique. Dorian, I see you in the chat. If you have anything to say it now before we head out.
I was going to say that Universe 4, they're probably going to make it super far. They're going to make it far, but not like as far as Universe 6, 7, and 11. But they're probably just going to get foddered after they get caught.
But do you see any of their warriors affecting Goku or anybody else, as Daz and other people said, or do you believe that it's just going to be once they get spotted out, it's over from there?
They're probably going to go after Goku, but
that is such a stupid thing to do. Why would they want to do that? I don't see anybody doing that. I think once Goku fights Jiren, I honestly can't see anybody else jumping in.
I mean, it depends if they try to go after him while he's fighting Jiren.
I really doubt that.
Can I say something quick?
Unreal.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Unreal.
I actually agree. They won't jump in between Goku and Jiren, since the spoilers did mention for 109 that Goku will Jiren will display his key, his strange, weird key.
That overwhelms everybody. People tend to forget that, but instead of making this video like 20 hours long, I'm gonna cut it short here. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys enjoyed, slap a like down below. If you guys agree
You're
or
welcome.
disagree with some of the people in here, let us know what you guys think down below in terms of what you guys had to say, in terms of what people had to share in this Discord chat with us. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for joining me, guys.